Sorry about that. I'm so excited to hold this conversation for all of you here. I know some people are joining in, some people will catch the replay because they won't be able to attend live, but I am so happy to welcome each and every one of you, whether you're joining the live or you're watching the replay. So I know there are a lot of people who signed up for this masterclass who don't really know me. So I'm going to introduce myself a little bit. So, for those of you who don't know me, who've just started following me on Instagram or on Facebook, I'm Ishita. I'm a wife and I'm a mom to a 5-year-old boy. I'm a business mentor and coach. I help my clients fall in love with their business. I help them grow their business. I help them make more money, sign more clients without really, overcomplicating anything. Hey, Shilpi. I'm so excited to see you here. Before we move on, I'm going to remind you of the giveaway. If you've been reading my emails, you would know that I'm doing this most epic giveaway, and that is you can win $500 credit from me. You can redeem it for any of my offers. You can redeem it for a masterclass, for group coaching programs, for my upcoming group coaching program that I'm going to talk about later, for my one-on-one coaching. You can literally redeem it for anything. There are of course some rules that you know, but all you need to do to enter this giveaway is you need to share something from today. You need to, you can share my photo, just make me look a little pretty. Don't capture like those weird faces, but yeah, it's okay. Or you can maybe capture anything like your desk, your notes, anything, and share them on your Instagram stories. But you need to tag me, because if you don't tag me, I will not be able to see who's shared the story. So do tag me. And let me remind you that the more entries, the more times you share, the more entries you get, which means if you share your story, share it on your stories just once, you are entered once. You can enter once, you can enter multiple times. You have time until the end of this week to participate in the giveaway, because I'm going to be announcing the giveaway winner on Monday. So, yes, and I'm super excited. I hope you all are excited too for this conversation. I hope you all are excited to turn the magic back on in your business, to ride the wave of momentum that probably is not going as much as you want in your business currently, or it's going a little slow, or even if you are signing clients, this call is going to help you amplify that. It's going to help you amplify your actions and everything else. But before we move on further, I'm going to tell you who is this training right for. So whether you're making $0 in your business, or you're making 2,000, 3,000, 5,000, $10,000, then this is the right place for you. All that it matters is that you need to have an online business, whether it's a coaching business, definitely not a product based business. But yes, you can attend, because the conversation I'm going to have with you is also strategic, but it's also like life lessons that you can implement in other parts of your life as well. But the strategy is not going to be really useful for that part. But you're more than welcome to attend this call. But I do not have slides. So for those of you who like to learn while having some slides or anything, I do not have any of that for today's call, because I want this more to be like a conversation. Yes, there will be a lot of strategic points, but it's all going to be mingled in between life and business lessons. So if you want, now is the right time for you to go grab a pen and a paper, grab your notebook to make some notes. And if you want, I can share my notes with you. I have my notes all written down, but I can't share them right now because they're not pretty. They're all like so scrambly. Only I can understand them. So if you do want notes, then just drop it in the chat below that you want notes. So I'll make sure to send the notes with the replay email that I sent out. All right. So what can you expect after this call? After this call, I can guarantee that you are going to walk away feeling activated. already spoken about it a little bit, but you are going to walk away feeling activated. It will help you change your perspective on your business. And you'll also learn the actions you can take to build momentum back in your business. It doesn't matter if you're already signing clients or things have been a little slow for you, because after this call, after you implement or listen to or get activated by what I'm sharing today, it is going to build up your momentum. And while we're talking about momentum, I want to talk about something. And I want you to remember this forever, that you always need to be in momentum in your business. Momentum is not something that you do in seasons. You can't build it in seasons. You can't say, I'm in a momentum building season at the moment, because it's a forever thing in your business. Yes, there will be times when things go slow, but in that time, you need to start planting the seeds again. You need to start stacking your actions to build up that momentum again. And last year I was riding this huge wave of momentum in my business. What happened was that before June, July last year, things were going a little slow in my business. So I decided to shake things up. I decided to do certain things in my business. I started stacking my actions and started building momentum. And as a result, by the end of last year, even till like March, I had this huge wave of momentum in this business. So I'm going to take you back a little. Last year in June, July, I decided to offer a 3-day free event. Mind you, I've never done a 3-day event before. Yes, I've done some 5-day challenges, but I've never done a 3-day full on training free course before. So this was a 0 to 5K roadmap mini course, and it was value packed. Those 3 days of trainings were just packed with immense value. And why it started building momentum back in my business was because I'd never done something like this before. There was so much value in this. Over 100 people signed up for this free course. And I know that a lot of you who signed up for this training had signed up or have gone through the 0 to 5K roadmap course. It was so valuable. People got such crazy results with it that later on, I decided to turn that free course into a $27 money pathway into my offer suite. It converted so well for me. I signed clients for my group program back then when I was selling effortless sales. And I also signed clients for my one on one. So now you see, momentum started building up, and I didn't stop there. Then going back to August, September last year, I continued building that momentum. I did a lot of free stuff. I started doing content audits. I took out a free guide. And it's not that I've not been in business. I've been in business for about 2 years. I've signed clients. I make like, $5,000, $6,000 a month. But you need to keep doing these things, which is why I'm telling you. So this is all the strategy that I did. So in August, September, I started off with doing some content audits for people. I took out a really, really juicy free guide. I did a free event, and all of this, all of this was leading into a live program that I taught that was called High Converting Content. It was a niche program all about writing content that converts. And all these actions converted really well, because I not only signed clients for this program, I signed clients for this program, but I also signed clients for one on one. I also signed clients for my effortless sales group program. And guess what happened? After the live program got over, all of the clients, all 100% of the clients signed up with me for some or the other program. In fact, there's one person I'm still working with, and this was done in last year, September. So I kept stacking my actions, I kept stacking my momentum. And then back in December, I did a free planning party, because December, the month for planning and, doing everything. I did a free planning party inside my Instagram for my Instagram close friends. And side by side, I was promoting a 4-week one on one micro offer that would lead into my other bigger offers. So you see, everything kept stacking up. And January is when I launched a 5K mini mind. And guess what happened? Nobody signed up. I'm sure you wouldn't be expecting this, but yes, nobody signed up, and there's a reason to it, which I'm going to talk about later during this call. March, I did another round of launch for Effortless Sales, my signature group program, which I'm revamping now. And I signed three clients, I think, in less than 2 days of announcing the pre sale. I think one of them I had to let go because of some reason, but I kept signing people. It was amazing. But April was when things started slowing down for me. Mentally and physically, I was exhausted. And it all started off with my nanny going on leave for like about 2 months. My son started becoming so clingy to me. All of the time that he would be home, he just needed me and nobody else. He wouldn't go to my husband, he wouldn't do anything. And that was the same time when we were in the process of doing up our dream home. So if you all don't know, we are moving into our dream home this Saturday. Yes, the time has finally come. The move was supposed to be in June, but it's finally happening in August. So we are moving day after, and I couldn't be more excited. Thank you. But that was the time when I had to make multiple rounds with my interior designer to finalize things for the new house, to buy stuff, to finalize the paint color and the furniture and the bed and the sofas and everything else. It was a crazy time for me, and in between all of this I was exhausted. I was mentally exhausted, I was physically exhausted. I didn't want to look at my business. I couldn't post content. I was going through something personally, also internally, and things started to slow down in my business. But I want to remind you here that one bad month in business does not mean anything. It does not mean that you have to give up everything, but I started feeling disconnected. Let me know in the chat if you've ever felt that way before, if you've ever felt disconnected with your business. I was literally on the verge of quitting my business. The business that's changed me, that's changed everything about me. I was about to quit all of that. But June is when I decided to stop waiting and I decided to rise up again. And this leads me to lesson number one, which is you can take control of your business and of your life anytime you want. I was always the person who would keep waiting. I kept waiting for my nanny to come back, for my son to go to school, for my house to be perfect, for getting back to my morning routine, for moving houses. I kept, waiting for things. But here's an interesting thing that I learned from my sister in law. So back in May, I know I'm going like really calendar month wise, but it's just to give you a little bit of context. And I love to teach my clients through stories, through examples. That's my love language. That's how I love to teach. So back in May, my sister-in-law and I decided to go to my in-laws' place. That's in another city. We decided to take our kids. Our kids are of the same age. So my sister-in-law is my husband's sister. So I decided to go to my in-laws place, her parents, and we took the kids. So one day, before we left for the trip, she called me up and she said, Ishita, do you want to join a Pilates class while we are there? And I was like, we're there just for 5 days. So she's like, so I was like, so what can we do in 5 days? She's like, what can we not do in 5 days? And I had literally nothing to say to her. I was quiet. And that's a very, very important lesson. And lesson number two that you can take away from here, and that is to stop waiting for things to be perfect. You need to stop waiting for things, in your surroundings, in your ecosystem to be, perfect. You need to start taking action, start taking messy action. Make the best of now. If you want something in life, you have to go for it, no matter what. You cannot wait because perfect circumstances never exist. You need to make the best of every circumstance. This is a very, very important life lesson that I learned from my sister in law, to not wait. And I applied that to my business as well. We are lucky to have the luxury of being able to work from home. So make full use of it. So you're going to ask, what did I do to rise up again and to build this massive wave of momentum? I went back to the basics. I went back to the energy of when I started and why I started. I started journaling my vision for myself, my business, and my community. And here's the strategy that I did, that I implemented to bring back the momentum. So if you're taking notes, you can write this down. I started with content. I started posting every day. It was quiet, nobody was responding. My reels on Instagram would hardly get like 100, 200 views. But in my content, I started sharing my story, my vulnerable story of how I made no money back in April. I wrote from my heart. I literally shared everything, what happened, what was going on behind the scenes. I was not afraid to speak up that I made no money back in April. I was open, I was willing to talk about it. And that's what helped me. I Also, of course, I next thing I did after that was I created a low ticket no brainer offer, and I started seeing payment notifications every single day. That boosted a lot of my confidence. I did a lot of other things. I started posting content. I started, talking to people behind the scenes. I started doing other stuff. I'm doing this masterclass, and I have a lot of other things planned out. So all of this is building that momentum for me. And when I started posting again after, say, 2 months of like literally not posting at all, nobody was listening to me. Literally, I was posting to crickets. It was like, I'm talking to a blank wall. I had literally no authority left at that point in time. People who would admire me, people who would look up to me, did not respond to my content, were not looking at my content at all. So, how did I rebuild my authority? And again, this is something very strategic that I did. And if I'm sure you have heard this term being used by a lot of coaches, and I've used it too, that build authority. Hi, Manjushri. I've used it too, that build authority. What does it even mean? What does building authority even mean? I'm going to break it down for you right now. Building authority is nothing but doing things that other people are not willing to do or they are scared of doing. Like doing this free masterclass. How many people do you see doing, free events, free masterclasses? Hardly a few. How many people do you see running free events? 3 day, 5 day, 2 day? Very few people. Write bold content, write what you feel is right. Write your mind, start speaking your mind, start writing from your heart, start leading your people, start leading your audience. Look at somebody who you admire, see what they are doing, because people always follow leaders. Nobody is going to follow you if you say, oh yes, I have this program, you can join me if you want. If you speak with that conviction, nobody is really going to believe in you. You're not sounding like a leader, you're not leading anybody, you don't have that authority. Do things that other people are not willing to do, and that's when you're going to build that authority. So I did all of that again. Started with doing a live here and there, started with doing this masterclass, and that's how I am slowly rebuilding my authority. And I can already see, because the daily Stripe notifications that I got are, proof that my authority is coming back. It's come back. My audience still loves me. And you cannot build authority if you're copying all the other coaches out there. If you're copying their content, if you're copying their offers, you're not leading, you're simply copying. Anybody can copy, but leaders are those who stand out. Leaders are those who do things differently. I see so many of you, you create offers, and you all of your offers are like sounding like everybody else. I'm not talking to you hear, but like generally, I'm making a statement that, I see so many people like your offer is like, it's not a piece of a puzzle. You can't like pick up one thing from this one coach. Oh, I like this module from this coach. I'm going to pick that up. Oh, I like the messaging of this other coach. I'll pick this up. Oh, I like the words that she's used in a story and I'm going to copy that. You cannot do that. It's not a puzzle. Your offers are something that you pour your heart and soul into. In your bio, I see so many people saying that, I'm going to help you achieve X, whereas you've never achieved that yourself. How can you get a transformation for your clients when you've not achieved it yourself? And that leads me to my third lesson, which is create offers that you are 100% confident about. That's when they will sell. It's really not a puzzle. You need your offers and your content to be a part of you. It's you pouring your heart out into your offers and content. That's when it's going to speak to the right kind of people. That's when it's going to sell. So I'm going to talk about my post to profit blueprint, which was the offer that I released back in June and July. And I literally saw nobody else doing something like this. This is an offer that I came up with, which helps you batch create content. And now, of course, I've added something which is going to give you like a 3-month done for you content plan. I've not seen anybody in the market do it. Maybe people have it, but I don't follow them. And the reason I came out with this offer was because content batching really helped me. Because in June, July, I was traveling, and before that also I was really busy with the home stuff and everything else. I started batching my content. That's how I started posting every day. That's how I could make sales every single day while I was in Greece with my family vacationing, because I started content batching. It really helped me, which is why I created this offer, because it was something that changed my life and I wanted it to change other people's lives also. And what was the result? It sold like hotcakes. It was a $12 offer, but what it did for my business and for me was it created this huge wave of momentum back in my business. And it, of course, raised my confidence back in myself. Somewhere around last year or maybe 1.5 years back, I signed up with this coach. I invested like some $3,000 with this coach. And that coach asked me to pick up their program as it is and to sell it like that. And I couldn't do that because they had different strategies than me. They did not, those strategies just did not align with me. I said, I cannot teach my clients this, what you're teaching me. Their strategy was cold DMing their leads and getting them on a call. My strategy is completely different. I believe in posting content and selling your offers on social media. So I trusted myself and I did not copy them. I'm going to take a sip of water because I think I've just spoken a lot. Anyways, so the next thing that I want to talk about is you need to learn how to market yourself, how to talk boldly and truly about how you can get results for your clients, how you can get a transformation. Yeah.
It feels like it's a one-on-one coaching now because I'm just sitting here with you.
Yeah, it's great. You can ask me anything. You can drop anything in the chat if you want to ask or talk
Yeah.
about. But I want to continue and I want to talk about, because I'm going to be sending out the replays. So yeah. So the next part is how you can market yourself. You need to start talking boldly and truly about how you can help get your clients a transformation. Until the time you don't trust yourself, you will not be able to talk with confidence and conviction. And that leads me to my fourth lesson, that is, if your offer doesn't sell, it doesn't mean that you need to add more calls. It doesn't mean that you need to scrap the program, which I did, but that's another thing. You don't need to do all of that. All you need to do is you need to rise up the momentum and work on your beliefs. Don't question the offers. You can always do things to rise up the momentum, shock your audience. And this is again a strategic piece that you can do. Shock your audience by doing something crazy. Do something, low priced, high value, free offer. If you're doing like everything in your business, and literally everything. And this does not apply to those who are not doing anything. If you're posting content daily, if you're selling your offers, but you're still not signing clients, then shock your audience by doing something really crazy, like a huge discount, a one time offer, a low ticket offer, or anything that will create that wave. Rise up your energy, rise up your content, and rise up your actions. You know, business really takes time to build. If anyone says that they work 4 hours a week and make $10,000, they are literally bullshitting. And let me shift your perspective here, that most coaches who make a lot of money are working a lot, and they're not just working 1 to 2 hours a week, because they have group calls, they have one-on-one calls. Those calls alone would be like what, 2 hours a day maybe. And they're posting content daily, they're showing up live, they're doing masterclasses, they're doing events, they're doing collaborations, they're sending emails. Of course they probably have a huge team to do all of this, but they're still putting in the work. They're working more than 4 hours a day, let alone 4 hours a week. And posting content is literally the bare minimum. Be willing to put in more work into your business if you want to see results. And I'm reading this Elon Musk's biography. There's so many life lessons to be learned. He's running 6 to 7 companies at one time. Of course, he has teams, he has people, he has resources, but the amount of work he does is insane. I'm not a fan of Elon Musk, but I really am. I'm truly admiring the kind of work that he's doing, the kind of effort that he puts in. When Tesla was growing, he slept in the Tesla factory floor for days just to make it work. I didn't know that. I just read it in the book, but I was surprised. I'm sure you wouldn't have expected this from like one of the richest man in the world. Are you willing to do that? Are you willing to do whatever it takes? When SpaceX, his rocket company, had failed, they had three failed launches, and if they didn't have the fourth one succeed, they would have to shut it down. Despite failures, despite everybody around him telling him that he's crazy to go for these big, audacious goals and visions, he still did it because he trusted himself more than anything else. And he was literally willing to do anything it took to make it work. Are you willing to do that? So move, take action, don't sit on your ideas. I literally had this idea for this masterclass last Tuesday or Wednesday, I don't know, at night while I was sleeping. Next morning, I woke up. I spent about 2 hours, I think, working on it, just created a little bit of messaging. And when I thought it was good to go, I quickly created a graphic on Canva. I went on to my provider, my cost provider page, and I created a landing page. Literally within hours of having this idea, it was out in the world, and I was inviting people to sign up for it. That's how you create momentum, not by spending months on your offer. And that leads me to my fifth lesson, which is build long term vision for your business. And when the momentum dips, which is going to happen, I mean, it is going to happen, go back to the basics because you're not above the basics. The mindset will dip, your confidence in yourself will waver. There's no two ways to it. But in times like these, you have to go back and do the things to build up your confidence again. Keep stacking efforts, keep stacking your confidence. It will lead to building momentum like never before. Clean up your mind, decide, and start believing in yourself. And again, one thing I want to remind everybody here is that you need to stop being all in only when everything is good, only when you feel motivated. You need to be all in all the time. I just spoke about my 5K mini mind that I launched back in January, which had a failed launch. Nobody signed up, like literally nobody signed up. And the reason for that was not because I didn't have momentum in my business. The reason was because, I would always feel that strategy is everything. And back when I started selling the 5K mini mind, I did get a lot of leads, but none of them signed up. Like literally none of them. It happens to everybody. I followed strategy to the T. I followed the entire launch process. The launch process that I teach my own clients, the launch process that I've had like multiple successful launches with, I did exactly the same thing. Why did I have a failed launch then? Because I didn't like the offer. And honestly, it was an offer that was very similar to my coach's offer. She had launched a 10K mini mind, which I was a part of. So I thought I could do this. And it didn't work for me. I wasn't behind that offer. My energy was just not right to begin with. So, along with strategy, you need to have the right energy, because without that, it's not going to work. You need to have both. If somebody says energy is everything, that's also not true, because behind the actions that you are taking, there is strategy, right? But behind that strategy, you need to have your energy in line. You need to have your confidence. And that leads me to talk about my brand new group program, which is not only going to give you the strategy to sign more clients, but it's also going to help you make more sales, to create offers, but also how to be energetically behind your business. It's going to be a 6-month group program for the woman who's ready to make more money, who's ready to sign more clients, who's ready to sell more offers in her business using strategy and energetics. We are going to work on your entire business model. We are going to create multiple offers that truly feel something that you want to have. Your content, your launches, your sales strategies. We are going to truly get behind all of that. We'll unleash the real you that's going to reflect in your business, in your content, and in your offers. And this is the first time that I'm doing a 6-month long offer. So, but why 6 months? Like, when I was thinking, when I was creating this offer, I thought to myself, why should I do it for 6 months? That's because inside this offer, the transformation is going to go beyond just learning the strategy or implementing the strategy. I can teach you the strategy in like this call. I give me 90 minutes and I'm going to give you the entire strategy. But during this 6 months, it's going to be a transformation of your entire self, your beliefs about yourself, your confidence to move forward and to act, your power to lead and to grow your business using your gifts. And after this call, I know you're going to walk away feeling all activated and, motivated. But what do you do when the spark dies down? When there's no momentum, when there's no confidence in yourself, when you don't trust yourself, what happens then? And I can bet that this motivation is going to die down in a week. What do you do then? And this leads me to my final lesson, that is, you have to remember that the magic is you. I don't know where I've read this, but it's not my own creation. Magic is you, but it truly, truly, truly resonates with me. It is you. You have the ability to change everything in your business. You have the ability to change your life at any time you want. The 5 lessons that I shared, the sixth lesson, the last one also that I shared in this, all are related to your business and to your life as well. You can apply them to both. So, coming back to the group program, it's a 6-month group program. It's going to be priced at 199 US dollars a month, which is $200 a month. But as a pre sale bonus, if you sign in the next couple of days, you will get 3 one-on-one calls with me, which is crazy. Like, the price in itself is so insane, but I really wanted to do this. I'm rebuilding my entire business, and I know how important this energetics is, which is why I wanted to bring it into my coaching, into my programs, into my offers. This program is going to be sort of like a home where you come back to. So if you're like really ready to make more money in your business, to sign more clients, just send me a DM on Instagram or on Facebook and we can chat more. If you want to get on a call with me to discuss more, you can do that. And don't forget to participate in the giveaway for $500 credit from me. You know what you need to do. You need to just share something from this masterclass today, whether you're watching the replay, you're catching it live, you can just share a screenshot of it. You can share multiple times to be entered, multiple, you can share it multiple times to be entered, multiple times, sorry. And yes, I'm going to announce the giveaway on Monday. You have time until Sunday to share everything. And yes, that's it. I hope you all have a great week.